there's just so much going on with this intricate backstory, with this dragon cult, Steven's father, killing a bunch of people, it seems, and there's still a meteor hurtling towards this specific Earth. So we'll see what we can do. We were just dropped into their village. So I guess we're just going to chat some people up and see what we need to do next. Xena is the pride of many of us, but some trainers among our people don't like it. But she's got the shoulders of this little. So why does this guy look familiar? Like this sprite. I can't remember what this sprite is in like the normal games. Tradition has it that each member of the Tronic people is named after a flower or something close to it. It was Aster who named Xena. She must have heard that name before. Okay, cool. I feel like we're gonna get like a little bit of plot background on who Xena is and why Xena is. Have you had enough deer red? I haven't yet thanked you properly for what you've done for our village, so accept without any fuss. Hey, we got dragon something. I've heard that you and your companions are about to set off in search for Rayquaza, our sacred dragon. I can understand why our cult around this Pokemon might seem strange to you, but we need to believe in something to live. Even you, no matter what you believe, just make sure you put your heart into it, no matter what anyone else says. That being said, do you want to talk to me about something? Let's just go down the list. This young man seems to be torn by uncertainty. I think he's the one who has to suffer the most in all this. Imagine that no one else has any memory of you, and there's every reason to believe that he was indeed one of us. But even after searching the village register, there's no trace of his name or that of his parents. His case particularly intrigues me. He'll need your support, Red. Forgiveness is the best memory for lost souls. I didn't want to talk about that. I didn't want to talk about it again. I just assumed we could maybe just pop back and go over it again. Let's talk about Xena. She's got a strong character, just like her grandmother. The last few days can't have been easy for her. She always hid her pain and tears when she took on the role of the Lore Keeper. Once this story's over, she'll need to get rid of all her burdens so that she can take her revenge on life, away from all of her responsibilities. I want to learn about the Lore Keeper role. Like, what is that? 'Cause multiple people want it. Do you have it for a short time and then pass it off? Like how does this work? My little Aster was an exceptional Lore Keeper. She was our pride and joy. She didn't hesitate for a second, giving her heart and soul to protect Rayquaza from covetedness? This is my thing with playing any of these like fan-made games. I mispronounce words like crazy. It is something that like I'm someone who isn't very well spoken. I try to learn words and speak words well, but I know I also have just the hardest time with pronunciation. It's my hardest thing in like trying to learn other languages. But the fact that I don't even have the English language nailed down is incredible. It really is. Covetousness? Oh gosh. Covetousness. Covet. The covet, like I was seeing, but the OU was just throwing me on covet. Oh my gosh, I can't even do it. Covetousness. Because you covet something. Covet. Oh my gosh.
Covetousness.
She considered him first and foremost as a friend before worshipping him as we all did. I'm sure she would have liked you. Oh wait, no, you have one more thing to tell me about. About Aster? My little Aster was an exceptional lore keeper. She was our pride and joy. She didn't hesitate for a second. No, we already read about this. I got distracted with with coveting. The sacred dragon is considered to be our god, the draconic people whom we venerate from generation to generation. And his disappearance is starting to worry our people. That's why your mission is so important. As well as saving mankind, you're the hope of our people. We'll do everything we can to help you, dear Red. Also, just like, why are you assuming Rayquaza is a he? The legendaries are typically its and theys. The conditions under which our people survive are sometimes difficult. Years ago, a woman even lost her child to our abrupt lifestyle. The latter did not survive. She was a former fortune teller who liked to read tarot cards. What was his name again? It's Narcissus. We, the Draconic people, are subject to many restrictions, but it also makes it easier to appreciate simple things. For example, we don't use our electronic devices. Our village is lit only by moonlight and starlight. Hey, can I have you go chat with the Elder? She'd probably be pretty interested in what you have to say. Water's pure. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Is in a Salamence right away? Apparently it caused a lot of trouble in a small village. Injured a little boy. Okay, I don't care. Percy's also digging into the chair behind me. I feel like maybe I don't need to talk to all these people, but maybe I do. I don't. Eventually, we'll find the right building. That also still at the top of our cave. Could this be our Lord Keeper? Okay. Well, no, she doesn't have long hair. Make yourself at home, or fat. You and your Pokemon are looking better. Okay, we just got to heal up. Percy, why are you digging into the chair so aggressively? Percy just stopped. Must have so much, although she's taken over the role of our late Aster since the incident, I don't think any other trainer could have taken over this role. She's got a real talent. You know, that's just what I was saying earlier. Oh, did we really start right here and I walked right past Evereth? No, we definitely started up here. If I would have seen Evereth, I would have immediately walked up to him. Oh, it's you here, Red. It's a good thing this place is open air. I was able to conceal the cruiser easily. This place is fascinating. It's been a long time since I've seen a show like this. But unfortunately, time is running out. I'm just finishing the final preparations on my side. Let me know when you're ready to leave. Oh, and you'll have access to the scene, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Yeah, let's get out of here. I don't assume, are you looking for Xena? She can be found, she must have gone to a great place. Yeah, I don't care. Oh, I mean, I guess maybe they did say that there was someone up at the top. If I can get up top before I speak to the Elder, I will. I don't have anyone with surf on me. So if I can surf across that to get somewhere, then... Okay. Who are you? Drake, a famous trainer from our region, is very popular here. He's already spoken to our elders several times, bringing supplies for the people of the village. He must really like it here, even though he's not one of our people. He even intervened during the Lord Keeper training lessons. He's highly respected here. Alright, I guess maybe it doesn't matter about going up there to see her. Because if it is, I feel like it would, like, require me to do it. Or not require me, but make it possible for me to do it. Which it hasn't, so we won't care. And we'll just continue on. Oh, she's down here anyways now. Well, I see everyone's here. Let me explain my plan. Let's sum up the problem. I've estimated that it will take about 3 hours for the meteorite threatening to crash into your planetary atmosphere. Our only option is to summon Rayquaza, the Pokemon that's supposed to live in the ozone layer. There are several problems at present. The Rayquaza of our timeline was sent to another universe sometime ago by Team Cronus. Yeah, we all know that. And it's nowhere to be found, even when invoked through prayers of the Lord Keepers. And as the dear Lord Keeper pointed out, sending this meteor to another dimension would be the worst thing to do, since it would mean deferring the problem to another universe. So the only solution is this. You must go in search of another sacred dragon. Precisely. But this choice could compromise the original universe of this other Rayquaza. Yes, but it's a risk we have to take. We have to be really unlucky to borrow the strength of another Rayquaza from a different universe that would require his intervention at this precise moment. According to the Elder, Rayquaza intervened very few times in history to separate the ancestral Pokemon Kyogre and Groudon. The problem is deciding which universe to go for. Why not return to Red's original universe? Simply because we have no idea what impact the disappearance of this universe's Rayquaza will have on the others. So we need to find a dimension other than our own. Another dimension? Remember, a dimension encompasses a universe that potentially has several temporal lines. So we need to find a Rayquaza from a universe where, for example, there are no humans. It's a possibility. Wait, we've been to one of those before. But how do your machines allow you to find a Pokemon in any universe? Thanks to the help of the Elder, I was able to carry out research using a relic from the Draconic people. Grandma, you didn't give a Master's Pendant. Oh, don't worry, dear little people. Nothing will happen to this relic, I guarantee it. I only intend to use Rayquaza's tooth to scan his DNA and to use it to detect another of his variants. In my traveling history, I have just the dimension we're looking for. Remember, Red. Red Heroes. Remember, Red Heroes. That feels like a translation error. On our quest to find the fragment of the Astral Stone, you found yourself in a different dimension, but one where Pokemon were very much present. Well, using the relic to search for Rayquaza, I detected similar DNA in that very dimension. So we're going to this dimension to temporarily capture this Rayquaza and bring it back to our universe. Well, not our universe, this universe, to help us destroy the meteorite. And as agreed, you'll escort this sacred dragon back to its respected dimension, won't you? Undoubtedly, you have my word. Why are we wasting here for? You have to leave right away. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. From what devices have detected, Rayquaza's location in this other dimension seems to lie precisely in the ozone layer, and it would be impossible for humans to survive for more than a second. In the ozone layer? But how are we going to do that? You can't walk on clouds. Don't forget that you have a genius from an advanced century on your side. As you can imagine, as an interdimensional traveler, it's my duty to prepare for all eventualities in the event of exploring in another universe. All you have to do is wear these force-shielded, homostatic protection bracelets. Could put on a helmet? Okay. Which emit an invisible field oh, so that we don't have to change the sprite. From the atmosphere while filtering oxygen so you can breathe. And for venturing into the clouds, I've developed these captative, reductive, ozonic, compressive shoes. You're just making stuff up. Or Crocs? No. But I didn't have time to replicate more than 2 other copies of this paraphernalia, in addition to the one I prepared for our hero, Red here. So there can only be 3 people who have ventured into this dimension. Put me down for a pair of Crocs, Doctor. Is this a joke? I'll go with you too, my granddaughter. I imagine you'll be accompanying them too, Hero Red. Think I'm missing a chance to walk through the ozone layer? Make no mistake, it's crucial to keep powerful trainers on hand just in case. Who knows if we'll come back from this mission? I'm sure they'll succeed, right, Red? Good, then everyone agrees, let's leave right away. I'll wait for you outside. The cruiser is waiting for us. How did you do that? Okay, I'm off. I'll see you there, Red. Okay, that was just an awkward pause at the end there. I'm going too. Just a moment, my child. I'd like to give you this. Nessa received a septile as well as a keystone. Oh, okay, cool. It belonged to an ancient trainer of our people, a fortune teller to be more precise. Something tells me you'll put it to good use. The old lady is, as usual, too naive. Who says I'm going to use it, eh? Come on, I'm out of here. This place alone makes me nauseous. Dear Red, I also have something to give you. Obtained the meteorite. Okay. It's fragmented the very first meteorite that hit our region centuries ago. It's passed down from generation to generation. I'd like you to carry with it in the hope of our ancestors, and that you do your best to protect not only Xena, but also Narcissus. I seriously believe that they're both victims of the plot by those involved in Rayquaza's disappearance. So I'm counting on you to release them both from their pain. Red! I won't be able to take part in this battle, but I'd like to offer you a very special Pokemon. Oh, is it your Metagross? Yeah. That's fun. No. We also got Metagross sign. That's fine. You can leave peace of mind because it protects my region as well as these people. It's the least we can do after looting our precious stones on your expedition. Sorry. It's time to, Red. May the blessing of the sacred dragon be with you. So I assume that the meteor landed... Well, no, because I know meteor landed in Meteor Falls. I mean, I know that's the name of it. But didn't they say that the second meteor landed in Sotopolis? So isn't that one where they said, like, the Megastones landed? So, I mean, they don't have ownership of it just because they're not even a meteor cult. They're a dragon cult. Is everyone ready? Yes. Come on, hurry up and get it over with. Your enthusiasm is a pleasure to see. Departure in 3, 2, 1. Woo! Back into the Mystery Dungeon universe. Hey, and we just got our Crocs too. It's another acronym, but I prefer to spare you its full meaning. This is the device I was talking about for breathing the atmosphere. Anyway, with all out of the way, I'll let you get on with it. Bear in mind that you'll still feel a slight difficulty in breathing, so if you don't feel up to it, don't hesitate to come back here. He says he wastes his precious time. Cohesion and teamwork will be the key to success in this mission. Strength to you, Hero Red. I kind of like the idea of Metagross to have like a strong steel type. Like I'm okay with the idea. I don't know that I want it though. Does have Ice Punch, has Rock Slide, has Bullet Punch, has Meteor Mash. It does have decent coverage. So I don't hate that part of it. I really don't hate that part of it. I don't know that we'll have a big use for it. I would be assuming getting rid of Sylveon. Apparently just because Sylveon just gets outsped and can't do a whole lot. But I feel like Sylveon would also be helpful in the long run. But Sylveon, really the only coverage it has is the Fairy type, which isn't super big. We'll grab the Metagross for now, and we'll go from there. We are back in the Mystery Dungeon universe. Took you long enough, not too afraid of heights. It's pretty cool to be able to walk on clouds, don't you think? Great, just like a kid. When you finished having fun, maybe we can get down to business. Oh, sorry for the inconvenience, you great lore keeper. You're really starting to get on my nerves. I only decided to work with you because Grandma asked me to. I'll never forgive you for what you said when we were at Meteor Falls. Do you really think she's the one to settle old scores? This is the time to settle old scores. We're at an altitude of over 10,000 meters, and you still find a way to want to fight. I can also attack you here and now and get rid of you if you're in a hurry. All you have to do is say something happened to you on the way. It won't be much of a loss if you ask me. Oh, it looks like the altitude has fried your brain. You remember what happened earlier, don't you? Making a fool of yourself in front of the old lady wasn't enough. Where does this confidence come from all of a sudden? You really are a piece of garbage. I refuse to cooperate with a creep like you. And you know what? I think it's great that everyone's forgotten you exist. Who would want to remember someone like you? Have you emptied your bag yet? Perfect. So if you excuse me, I'm going to go ahead. I'll spare our great lore keeper my presence while I climb this tower. What a poor guy, rushing headlong into such a dangerous place. What? What is it? Came on a little strong. Beg your pardon? You're joking, right? This guy humiliated me in front of my grandmother, and he didn't hesitate to disrespect Aster. I'll never forgive him, you hear me? And no matter how strong he is, I'm not the same person I was before. And the same goes for you, Red. If you or this guy are going to stand in the way of my destiny with my Rayquaza, I would have no choice but to neutralize you. I won't let anyone sully the legacy left to me by Aster. You're just coming... I think guys, like, I'm not saying how Guy is acting is great, because I disagree, it's not great. But he just wants a friend, and he feels bad no one remembers him, and I feel like he may have had a crush on you when he was younger. So it hurts. But again, he's taking out his anger in the worst way possible. Don't get me wrong. But also don't feed the anger. Don't feed it back to him. Well, now that you've seen what I'm up to, let's find out if you really have what it takes to be the dimensional hero. So this is probably a reference to one of the other mystery dungeons. I still haven't played through all of the mystery dungeons yet. That will be happening soon, which I'm really ecstatic about. And if you want to see all that, catch all that, we'll be streaming it here on the YouTube channel as well as on Twitch, and eventually making some videos along with it as well. So you should definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't yet. A Reviver Seed. I use that all the time in Poke Rogue. Which, if you want to see Poke Rogue, subscribe to the YouTube channel, head to the Twitch. You can just follow on Twitch. You don't have to subscribe on Twitch. Sneezes are... they just pop up. I don't know, this might not be Mystery Dungeon. Because, like, the layout is different. Oh, I didn't mean to say no. The layout is at least different in the fact that, that it doesn't have... that it doesn't have, like, the staircase that we've seen before. I don't know, maybe I'm... or this could be a different layout from a different Mystery Dungeon game. I don't know. Bum, 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 bum. This is probably a little bit less interesting, or not less interesting, that's not the word, a little bit more going on without using the repel. But, like, quite frankly, I just can't be bothered. Oh, it's a monster house! Okay, so this is definitely a reference to Mystery Dungeon. Do we get to use 3 Pokemon as well? Go Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Blastoise. Not necessarily the best grouping of 3, but we'll work with it. We'll go for an Ice Beam here, a Thunderbolt in the middle, and an Ice Beam here on the side. Mewtwo goes first, one-shots. Pikachu goes second, doesn't one-shot, unfortunately. Focusing energy there. Blastoise doesn't one-shot either. Let's Ice Beam that one, let's Thunderbolt that one, and let's Ice Beam that one. And we all outspeed, so we should be fine here. They GG's. GG's, you know, they tried their hardest. But yeah, that's definitely a Mystery Dungeon thing, so I feel good in my... You know what I'm sad about? The one... we never ventured to, like, a Conquest-esque, which I don't really know how they would have given us the Rancy region. But that, I would have rather gone there than, you know, like, Code Lyoko. I take that back. Code Lyoko's great. Strange. We're at the top of this tower, but Rayquaza isn't here. Well then, Lord Keeper, why don't you summon it like they taught you at school? Put it on the back burner, will you? No, seriously, can't you feel its presence? Nothing to indicate that you should be here? So now you're asking me what to do, after saying all the disgusting things about me? Do you realize that your little planet can be blown to bits if we don't cooperate? I thought you wanted to get rid of Rayquaza. Is that your real goal, in fact? You didn't come with us to redeem yourself, but rather because you wanted to get rid of Rayquaza once and for all? Admit it! I don't remember you being this paranoid. This altitude doesn't really suit you. And even if you were telling the truth, what could you possibly do to stop me, huh? I've already beaten you to the punch once. I can do it again. Ah, there you are. Red, well, I guess you didn't find anything either. Perhaps our dear Lord Keeper should decide to try and summon it. I already tried to summon it before you two arrived, without success. Go ahead, I'm waiting for you now. Spit your venom. I'm incapable, aren't I? You've been acting really weird ever since we left. What's the matter with you? Anyways, Red, I hope you had your fill of Pokeballs, because as soon as it shows up, you're going to have to catch it. No way! No one will capture Rayquaza. But you're completely crazy, my word. Let go of me. No one's going to steal my part. I'm the one who has to reason with Rayquaza. I'll get there. It's my destiny. You dark fool, think again. This Rayquaza comes from a different dimension, doesn't it? So what? So maybe he's not connected to Tronic people. It's all BS. And even if that were the case, you took on the role without having been chosen beforehand. If Rayquaza refuses to recognize you as a Lord Keeper, you will only be putting yourself in unnecessary danger. Shut your... You don't even know what you're talking about. And you, Red, do you really intend to catch Rayquaza? Are you really going to steal my part? Do you intend to sully Aster's last will and testament? Yes, to your first question, do I intend to catch Rayquaza? To your second question, do I intend to steal your part? Is your part catching Rayquaza or, like, dying to Rayquaza? We're not really clear on that point. And third, do I intend to sully Aster's last will and testament? I don't know Aster, nor do I know their last will and testament. So that one's a maybe. She's not in her right mind, Red. The woman was right. The greed of the trainers is endless. I have to neutralize you here and now, both of you. Red, you're going to have to make sure she comes to her senses. We can't afford to weaken our teams any further, especially since I had a hard time getting here with my Pokemon attacked. And if Rayquaza decides to show up in the middle of a fight, enough chatter. And if you want to catch Rayquaza, I have to put you out. I'll have to be put out of my misery. Reading comprehension's tough, kids. All right. All right. I mean, we've done this before, and you didn't really have a good shot at it last go around. So I guess we'll give it another good attempt, you know. Goes for the full restore. I would love a freeze. A freeze would make me exceptional. There it is. They're probably going to go for one more full restore here. Can I get another freeze? Our lefty's healing us up perfectly. And a Hydreigon. There's the freeze we're looking for. I think they're all out of lefties. Let's drop a recover. Give Mewtwo back to full health. Still frozen solid. Now they're frozen dead. Hoodra comes back into play. Probably almost out of Ice Beams, though, aren't we? Let's look at how many we have left. We have 6 more. We'll go for a Side Strike just to get the damage off. Comes in with Altaria. Ice Beam for the knockout. We got for me next Dragapult. Dragapult vanishes instantly. So Dragapult outspeeds us, so they hit us with the Phantom Force, which is super effective, unfortunately. Metagross actually has Ice Punch. So it's our first time seeing Metagross. Let's just Mega them and hit him with the Ice Punch just for the fun of it, you know? Super effective, not enough to kill. Flamethrower, that's going to be more damage. At least they didn't burn us. Salamence comes in. Our attack has fallen. So let's actually hard swap into Charizard. Hard swap into Blackfish so much. And they're gonna Mega their Salamence. They hit the Facade, which doesn't do as much damage because they aren't currently burned or paralyzed or anything. So we're gonna full restore Metagross. So the reason for switching Metagross out was A, I needed to heal them, and B, Ice Punch is physical, their attack was cut, we don't want that. Facade's not going to do a lot to us when they aren't, nothing's on them. They go for the Dragon Dance, and they're Dragon Dead. So, good job. Roaring Moon! Oh, is this our first time seeing a Paradox Pokemon? Interesting, okay. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'm not loving it, if I'm honest with you. Earthquake. Okay, that's rough. I think we might just go for an E-Speed to see how much damage we can do on this thing. Okay, decent damage. Acrobatics. I probably should just went Dragon Ball or something, that's fine. Alright, Blastoise in. I think another E-Speed kills. So I think we're good to just max revive Dragonite and just E-Speed. Okay, they Dragon Dance. So that actually gives me the safety blanket to max revive a second Pokemon. Also, I didn't see it there for a second, but I think Metagross was at negative health. Like, it was just a second, but I could have sworn I saw a hyphen. Yeah, the E-Speed was enough. Also, I didn't even comment on, like, that look for her there. I failed again? Hey, what do you want? You're gonna put me down, aren't you? No one's gonna steal your place here. We're just trying to save the world. But if we keep pulling at each other, we're really gonna end up stuck there. And that goes for the old lady, too, and all the Draconic people. And it's the same for you, and it's the same for your little Aster, isn't it? You want to protect her, don't you? I'm really sorry, it all went to my head, and hey, speaking of which, what was that Pokemon? It looked like another form of Salamence. She's so stubborn, it's impossible. Everything happened before I left here. A little flashback. My little Aster, I don't know what to think anymore. Is this boy right? May have taken the place of another lore keeper who could have been much better than me. Oh shoot, they said they saw someone with long hair up at the top. Is it the stupid queen? Queen Scarlet, was that her name? Is it because I'm unable to grieve? Was it out of the selfishness that I put on the cape? Aster, was the atmosphere strange all of a sudden? Why are you shaking like that, darling? Everything's fine. What is this feeling I sense? Who goes there? Aster, you're so all scared. I feel sadness, but also regrets and uncertainty. I know you hate it, but please just get back into your Pokeball just this once, okay? I can perfectly understand that empty feeling that gnaws at your heart. Dear Lord Keeper. How did you get here? Shh. We wouldn't want to be disturbed, would we? Who are you? It's an interesting question, coming from someone who doesn't even know who she is anymore. Your heart is eaten away by doubt, through sadness. It's also desire for vengeance that I see deep in your eyes. I also witnessed her death, you know. She was a good person, who hasn't hesitated for a second to confront humanity to protect the good, the God you worship. You were present when Aster died. Oh, don't forget. You not only carry her hopes, but also that of your people, dear Lord Keeper. No matter what the people say, no one can take away the love she had for you. Aster, you're the one who can save humanity, but you must be on your guard. What are you trying to say? The emptiness of human hearts can go far beyond what you imagine. That's why you must be aware of those who dare to defy the gods. Is anyone after Rayquaza? See for yourself. That those you call trainers are just an excuse to conceal their greed for ever more power. Follow your destiny, dear Lord Keeper. All those who act in the name of their destiny deserve my help. What's in this Pokeball? Imagination. Huh? It's a term you seem particularly fond of. Think of it as a gift, as the crowning achievement of the imagination of those in search of a bright future. I don't get it. What do you... Don't forget, dear Lord Keeper, your destiny's in your own hands. Only you can act accordingly before the end of the world approaches. So, you too, Red, why are you so worried all of a sudden? Have you met this person? I see. Looks like the three of us met the same person then. What? You too? I wasn't going to talk about it in the first place. I was so obsessed with tracking down Rayquaza that it slipped my mind. It wasn't until I returned to the village and confronted Red that I realized it was all too bizarre. All this happened shortly after I lost to Red at Mount Hornet. Another flashback! I need to get stronger. The Devil card. Reversed. The rebirth. The liberation? Is this what fate has in store for me? Rayquaza, there's nothing to lose by waiting, and neither will you, Xena. I swear that. A thirst for power fueled by the deep-seated hatred. Who goes there? A lost soul just waiting to be guided. But would you choose the path of carnage to quench your thirst for vengeance? Who are you? I'm not your enemy, young mercenary. You should think of me more as an ally. An ally? Who are you talking? What are you talking? Oh, solution. That's what I bring to lost souls like you. And I know how to help you achieve your goal. Future slayer of the celestial dragon. How do you know that the eyes are just the reflection of the soul, that I can easily read yours? What? I can vaguely imagine a touch of your cheek. I can vaguely feel the pain that's been eating away at you for far too long. Your heart is bruised, lost between vengeance and annoyance. That said, know that you're on a collision course if you're going to throw yourself headlong into this battle as things stand. My loss? What do you know? Your anger will be your undoing if you fail to use it properly. Oh, but don't worry. This should help you channel it. What? A boat ticket? And this Pokeball is a Master Ball? Aurora ticket? What is the destination? What you need to reach your goal is there. Strengthen your weapons and your anger. And then you too will become a blade that will slay the gods. Why should I trust you? I don't even know who you are. Do you know what it takes to break a being? What are you talking about? Hope. That's all you need to take away anyone's reason to live. If that hope is shattered slowly... what's up? Are you going to let this opportunity become stronger and reach your goal slip away? Or do you intend to lose that hope you have of proving your worth to your people? That's what I thought. Go to this island and make this new strength your own, to free yourself from the past that haunts you so. Past which, unlike your future, has not yet gone down in history. So the three of us met this person. From the look on Red's face, I'd imagine so. So she was trying to turn us all against each other. Probably. When she was in front of me, I had this feeling of being hypnotized. It was as if she found the right words to persuade me to follow her advice. I felt exactly the same. What's more, she knew about Aster. Red, could you give us more information about this? Oh, shoot! Oh, shoot! That cry is... I completely forgotten about it. It's coming. Behind us! Watch out! Ah, my eyes! Oh, shoot! Rayquaza has appeared. And we, honestly, like, Rayquaza could absolutely just throw all three of us off this. It was just, with no thought, just could toss us off this mountain. And we'll see if that happens next time. So if you want to see what happens, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, share it with a friend, comment how scared you would be if Rayquaza found you at the top of a mountain with two people who argue a lot. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.